What is up, everybody? Hoang here, and today we have for you the brand new Jesmon deck profile, which I am super personally excited for. If you don't know already, Jesmon's my favorite Digimon. It is literally the channel's mascot. I love playing this deck. And yeah, so super very excited about the fact that not only did we get brand new support, but we got some really fantastic alt arts and everything. And so I'm really excited to dive right into it. Also, 2 days in a row, Hoang video is crazy. But before we get into that, I just want to showcase Avolt's new playmat, the Initialized Spar playmat. First of all, absolutely fantastic. I love this art so much. The design is definitely up my alley. Even comes with a nice memory marker as well. And I just want to say, I don't know who these mysterious characters are on this, because this is an Initialized Spar playmat, but I just want to say, very good artwork. And it's also only 300 made. I got number 27 out of the 300. I'll be sure to link this playmat down below in the description, so if you want to pick up this, feel free to. And then we also come with some goodies. So it comes with the bag for like the playmat, so really nice. Has some sleeves, so we got some Initialized Spar sleeves, and then also we come with a you can't see it, like it's white, so like it doesn't show very well on the camera, but it is a design on both the front as well as the back for the Initialized Spar. And if you open it up, you also will see we have some designs inside as well. So very good product. Thank you, Avolt, so much for sending that over. I'll definitely be rocking this for a little while. But without further ado, let's hop right into the deck profile. I just wanted to give a shout out to Kamisiro on Twitter. They are a really huge Jesmon fan over in Asia, and I took a lot of inspiration for this list based on them. Like, it was really funny. Basically, I saw all of the Jesmon lists that were floating around Asia, and I was like, I don't get it. Like, why are we playing like this high roll variant? And then I saw Kamisiro's list, and I was like talking about it out loud, and I was like typing, and I was like, oh, so this is probably the play that he's actually aiming for, right? And so I typed it out, and I was like, oh wait, this play actually kind of makes sense. And like the more I like typed it out, like as I said it out loud, I was like, wait, this actually does sound pretty good. So Kamisiro definitely inspired this list. Before this, I was playing like a strictly Ganku version, and then they gave me an idea. They gave me the inspiration to come up with this build that's more combo eccentric, but I think it's really good still. So I'll definitely be linking Kamisiro's Twitter down below, as well as the link to their list, because again, I think they're probably one of the biggest Jesmon players in the world at this point. But before we get started, I just wanted to say 2 videos for Hoang in a row is crazy. You know, hopefully 2.5, really excited. I think it's a really fun format, and I'm really hoping that with the merge, we can introduce a lot of new content, and then people from overseas will also check out this content, because they'll be like, what is the West cooking up for BT21? And you know, spoiler alert, the answer is Crossheart, but we'll get to that later. So without further ado, getting us started, we do play 4 Koromon. Normally I'm a really huge fan of Sakudomon, but with the way this deck is actually constructed, your first swing out turn is generally on 6, and you're cycling with Rookie very often. So I think Koro is actually the better egg for that specific reason. And then going into our rookie lineup, we do play the 4 Huck. We play also 4 Huck. So this is BT13 Huck, right? This is the versus Royal Knights. And then this is the new BT20 Huckmon. And then we play 2 Ukomon. So these are probably 2 of the best. These probably are like 2 of the better Huckmons. There is BT10 Huckmon, or not BT6 Huckmon, which is the on-play Searcher Huck. But that one does not grab Ganku, and your deck heavily relies on Ganku, so I don't like that. Instead, we're kind of opting for the Uko, which I think is pretty good, because like not only does it synergize well with the Koromon, it's also able to grab majority of your deck, so pretty great there. It's also one of the few cards that can actually grab your sisters as well, so good there. For your sister count, I actually did consider running BT7 Huckmon, because it's a check top 5 on swing, grab a sister. And with some of the cards we play, it has a really strong synergy there. But I think this card has a lot of value, not only because it gives us additional DP for our swing out turn, but also because started main phase, we could trash a card to draw 1, gain 1. So if you ever get choked on 1, you can move this out, and then you can gain the 1 memory, go to 2, and it lets you do your entire combo, which I think is very significant. And this one obviously is just like you gain a memory, so it's just really nice. So yeah, that is the rookie lineup. And then for the sistermon Blanc lineup, we are just playing 2 of the starter deck Blancs, and I have a second Blanc alt in the mail. It's coming. I just need to wait for it. So like, please don't flame me too hard in this video. It is coming, but yeah. This decoy is really nice. It's a really strong cycle. Discarding cards lets you set up your trash plays. So overall, really solid card to have just on hand. Okay, and then going into our level 4 lineups, this new SaviorHuckmon, so the BT20 SaviorHuckmon, 2 of the BT13 SaviorHuck, and then 2 CL. So this new SaviorHuck, in combination with the new Ganku, is what enables this new playstyle of Jesmon to thrive, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But basically what this does is you can play a Sister or a Ganku with a reduced play cost of 2, as well as a DP gain. And then this one, just because like if you whiff on 4, sometimes your game plan just sucks. So we're just playing like the next. Really, this is the best SaviorHuck, but for like the purposes of this deck, it's like the second best SaviorHuck. If it weren't for like how the deck is constructed, so yeah. And then 2 CLs. I do actually have double CL alt art, but the annoying part is that one is tournament pack and one is limited edition, so they're different foiling, which is kind of lame, but it's there. I have it. No flame. And so we play the CL just because the reboot it can come in handy sometimes, especially off of our Jesmons, but more importantly, this card is just a good filter. So yeah. So again, we'll talk about the combo in just a little bit. And then, oh, I forgot. We had a couple more CLs. So we have 3 Evolution CLs. This is the alt art. And then we have one of the new Awaken CL. So this card is really important. I arguably want to play a 4th copy of this just to like consistently see it. But I think 3 is fine. It's like the bare minimum. And we play one of this. I play one of this specifically because like it's an extra cycle. But also we can use this to freeze out like Gallantmon on turns we're trying to like push. So if you're in like a heavy Gallant meta, then like you probably need to play 2 of this. But if you're like kind of up in the air, like you don't know if Gallant's super heavy in your format, then like I think 1 is fine. So yeah. Okay, and then our only level 5, we play 4 of the new Savior. The new Savior is really good when you combine this with the new Ganku and the new SaviorHuck. Everything about it is really strong. So the ability to pop floodgates, really great. This is something that Jesmon has been desperately needing for the longest time because you just lost a Gazimon like immediately if you didn't have that card, which is like insane to say out loud, but like that really was the truth. End of turn, you can evolve into a Jesmon for free by tapping another body, and so like when you have the Ganku combo on hand, you guarantee to have a body to suspend and get out a free Evo. So yeah, and the Alliance is also relevant. Okay, going into our level 6 lineup. Oh, you didn't see that. That's a spoiler. So our level 6 lineup, we're gonna do this by the Jesmons and the Gankus. So we have 3 ST Jesmon and then 3 Jesmon X. So ST Jesmon I think is actually really good. Kamisiro's list, instead of ST Jesmon, they run 3 of the BT20 Jesmon. And I asked them why that was, and they said it was for like early game tempo reasoning. But I actually think you get a lot of mileage out of the ST Jesmon in this build instead of the BT20 Jesmon. Like, yeah, you don't get the token, and yeah, you don't get like the pop. But I think that's okay. I think that's totally fine. And the reason why I think that's totally fine is because of the other things that the ST Jesmon specifically enables. What does ST Jesmon enable specifically? Well, okay. Well, number 1, it has Blitz, so fundamentally it functions the same way as the BT20 Jesmon, but also it plays out a Sistermon. You play out a Sistermon, so that gives you a brand new Alliance target, right? So that's the equivalent of like tapping your token for Alliance. But why this alt card is good is because it plays out a Sister and not just a token. And so playing out the Sister, what that allows you to do is you can play out the Evolved Sister, and that lets you evolve your Ganku stack into Ganku X, or it evolves, lets you turn one of your stacks, probably this one, the one that's swinging, into a GX. And then also Sec Plus and plus 3000 DP, that carries over for the entire turn, so you can rack up additional damage, additional DP to push through. Yeah, really good stuff. And then Jesmon X. This card, this is an enabler for some of your combos. Not only does it play out a Sister on Evo, it allows you to all your Digimon to swing into unsuspended, gain additional DP until the end of your opponent's turn. So there's a lot of combos that we can enable off of these, but these two in combination with one another are very strong. And I'll talk about the combo in just a bit. So because like with like as a standalone without context, it doesn't sound super crazy, but like with context, it actually is very impressive. 3 new BT20 Ganku, and then 3 Ganku X. So I definitely slept on this card a lot. I didn't think it was that good. I was like, this is like the combo version of the deck, and then I put into context like just how crazy the two of these are in combination, like what it actually enables. So BT20 Ganku, what this does is not only does it have reboot blocker, so it has synergy with like the alliance and all that jazz, but the on play when digivolving, one of your Digimon may evolve into a 6 or lower with Huckmon or Royal Knight trait from your hand or trash. So this is kind of this is like what kickstart the chain, and then Ganku X gives immunity to your entire board. Digivolves 2, like it just does everything it wants. It like walks your dog, cleans your car, feeds your baby, like it's everything you need. And again, we'll talk about the combo in just a second. And then for our 7s, we play 2 Jesmon GX Ace. And I have alt arts of these on the way, but I really wanted to showcase the initialized spar playmat, so I didn't want to wait. But I do have 2 alt arts of this on the way, so please do not fret. And then 1 old GX. You may be asking, like, what is this on the GX? And this is actually... This card is signed by the original Digimon TCG designer before he moved over to Union Arena. I met him in Dallas. It was the first time they had ever made an appearance in the States, and I got his signature, and I wanted him to sign my favorite Digimon, so Jesmon. And of course, I had to do it on the most expensive Jesmon card I owned at the time. But don't worry, I own 2 more copies of this card and like 3 base rares of this card, so like in tournament, don't worry about it. The GX is really good for the fact that you're like setting up on Ganku X boards. Then you can Jogress into this pretty consistently, and then this is like if you want to go into like off your ST Jesmon combos. So yeah, really great pressure for both. For our option lineup, 2 Garnet and 4 from Master to Disciple, and then like this is basically an option, but like we play 1 analog. So Kamisiro, for reference, he does 2 CL Awakened, but instead I opted for the 1 analog. And the reason why I do that is because we're playing ST Jesmon, and ST Jesmon places a bit more of an emphasis on your sistermons. So because of that, I wanted an additional way, like a 5th Master to Disciple essentially, to find sistermons, and so Analog Youth kind of fills that role for me. Garnet, I originally was on 3 Garnet, but Garnet kept bot decking my sisters, and I got really frustrated with it, so Analog kind of just fills that role. So yeah, Garnet is a great way to not only boost our consistency, but also bank memory for us to make plays, and pass not over a lot. For Master Disciples in archetypal training, the fact that it only reduces by 1 definitely does suck, but you could stack these, which is a really interesting concept, and the security effect is just really strong. And then yeah, like I said, Analog is just a 5th from Master to Disciple. So yeah, going into the actual combo itself now, right? So we have, let's say like we have Huck, you have your Huck, and you're like, let's say we're on Bao Huck, right? Okay, okay. So the combo is you go Bao Huck effect, main effect. We're gonna play out Ganku. So Bao Huck reduces the cost by 2, and then Ganku, if we have a Huck, Jess, or Sister on board, reduce the play cost by 4. So this Ganku only costs 6 to hard slam. So we slam the Ganku for 6. Ganku effect, we're gonna go ahead and free evolve our Savior. Okay, we're gonna draw a card. Savior effect, pop a floodgate. Cool. Savior effect, end of turn, tap one of your other Digimon, and one of your Digimon may evolve into a Mon with Jesmon in its name without paying cost. So we're gonna go into ST Jesmon. Okay, we're gonna go into ST Jesmon. And then ST Jesmon is going to go ahead, it's going to blitz, swing, effective ST Jesmon. We're going to go ahead and, let's see, where is it? Okay, yeah, so we have a couple of plays that we can do, but likely what's going to end up happening is you're going to go ahead, ST Jesmon swing, and you're going to play out your CL, and then this CL is going to allow you to evolve, and then you can evolve either into a Ganku X. If you evolve into the Ganku X, then like your entire board has immunity, reboot, all that jazz. You could also evolve into GX as well. You don't gain the immunity, but you do a lot of damage, so depending on the setup, this is totally fine. Or alternatively, you can also evolve into Jesmon X, because they're still blitzing. So if you have like another CL to play out, then you could play that on top of the Ganku. Then you could evolve this into Ganku X, and then like that's another sister you can make, and like yeah, you just like go crazy with the extension. So yeah, so the reason why I really like the ST Jesmon is because of the fact that you push so much damage, and also you get out the sister. And getting out the sister, what that means is you can evolve into the Ganku to get the immunity. Because normally what would happen is if you do like Ganku effect, go into Savior effect, tap Ganku, and then you go into Jess, then you like get the token, you pop something, like you do like 2 damage or whatever. Like that's cool and everything, right? Because like you alliance with the token and you do 2 damage. Coolio. That's dope and everything. But then like your board doesn't have immunity, and then you just get like washed. Like you threaten Ace, sure, but like the fact that you don't have immunity is like really annoying to me. So instead, I think if you're gonna play Jesmon, you kind of accept you're trying to high roll to begin with. TBH, like this is not a deck you play for consistency. This is literally a high roll deck. So by going into the ST Jesmon instead, and you swing, you play that sister. +1 security attack, alliance, the sister, so it's 3 checks now. You go into the Ganku X. Now you have immunity. You're doing all this damage. You're swinging for what is this? 17 plus 3, 20, and then 21. So you're swinging for 21k, right? Yeah, and then not to mention that you're doing this if you're versus Gallant, mind you, you're digivolving Gallant by 2 because it's past the memory threshold. So you're also resolving the Ganku X on when digivolving to digivolve 2. And then if you like want to combo that with like your Jess X and all that jazz, cool, go for it. So you do all that. Your opponent probably can't remove this board because, mind you, everything has reboot because of Ganku X. Okay, so they can't remove your board. You're sitting really good. They have like an option or something. They probably can't get rid of everything, so it's fine. And then like your following turn, you can swing out, play another sister, get DP back, do all that jazz, whatever. You've likely chunked your opponent for 3, so you only need to do 2 damage. So actually, what you can instead do is legit with this specific setup, mind you, you can Jogress into Jesmon GX, GX effect, tuck a Royal Knight, pop whatever like threat they may have, and then you swing, and then it's for every 2 Royal Knights you burn 1. So you literally burn the last 2 security, and that's just game. Like it's kind of ridiculous, no? And so like even if you don't do it like that, like let's say like we have to like work a little bit harder hypothetically to actually kill our opponent. If you want to work a little bit harder to kill your opponent, then all you need to do is like you can swing out the sister, for example. You can swing out the sister, check for 1. If you if they have like blockers and you just like they have too many blockers, and you swing sister, you can swing Ganku, you can like swing Jess, and like if somehow they like play through all of it, like that's fine. Then you can just like Jogress into GX and then like go for game. And if you don't even have GX Jogress for game, then you can swing Jess. If they don't have blocker, you play out a sister, sec +1, or like you alliance, also game. So the point is you have a ton of different ways to actually force game, all off the fact that the ST Jesmon is letting you combo even further beyond and getting that extra damage. So that is the Hoang 0 Jesmon deck profile. Matchups I think are really annoying. Purple Hybrid is probably really annoying, but I also just think Purple Hybrid is like the best deck in the format, so like it is what it is. But maybe like because you're moving so fast now in this build, you might be able to just like chunk the shit out of them and just like completely ignore like what they're trying to accomplish. So like maybe it's fine. And Gallant might be a little tricky, but I think this combo version actually has a way better Gallant matchup than like the other version, because like you're putting down so much pressure and you're swinging for so much DP and like all that other stuff. It's just really good. And then I also think Magna is probably a little bit annoying because like they have armor purge and then they're also like immune, so like it's a little bit annoying. But like I don't think Magna's like that popular to begin with. Yeah, and then floodgates are really annoying. So like Pomumon is a very annoying floodgate. So to deal with Pomumon, you have to rely on like Evo Savior, but Pomu is not very popular in the format, so I think it's like a non-issue TBH, so it's fine. But the fact that we can even pop the Pomu is really good. And like yeah, like having only 4 level 5s is kind of spooky, but that's why we have so many like cards at search. Like that's why we have like the Garnets, the Master Disciples, and the Analogs, and our multiple sister searchers. So yeah, that is the profile. As a reminder, if you like this playmat, definitely be sure to check out Avolt's Initialized Spar series. It's really, really cool. And I'll be sure to hopefully represent Jesmon in an upcoming event. So thank you so much for watching, and peace.